Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about how setting shapes the plot again. So go ahead and take out your guided practice worksheets and let's get started. The reason that we're going to be talking about how setting shapes the plot again is because it's going to be on your MLQ in next week. So we need to be perfect at that. So today we're going to be reading the next chapter of The Giver. Last week we found out exactly what it means to be released. Some of you had already guessed that it meant that they killed people. Others of you had not and were a little bit upset. Today we're going to see how Jonas reacts to the release. He's going to make a big decision, and it's going to be up to you to recognize how the setting shapes the plot. So, let's go ahead and review a couple of terms. You don't need to write these down because you've written them down several times before. Setting means the time and the place where the story occurs. And plot is the events that occur in the story. These are the two key parts to this objective. Today we're going to practice using a new story, and then we'll move on to The Giver. So on your guided practice worksheets, let's follow along as I read on the video. One particularly cold Saturday in January, I was supposed to take our dog out for a walk, but it was so cold that I didn't want to go outside. Instead, I just opened the door and let the dog out by himself. I kept an eye on him to make sure he would come back inside. However, another neighborhood dog quickly ran past our house, and our dog sped after to catch him. I hurriedly went to grab my coat so I could follow my dog, and then I rushed outside. Unfortunately, I was already too late, and my dog was nowhere in sight. I walked a few blocks, but I was unable to find him. So the first thing that we're going to do is what we've been practicing on our homework. We're going to circle the characters and box the words that describe the setting. So the characters of our story are the narrator, we don't know the person's name, but I, and the dog that ran away. Now we have to do the setting. The setting is a cold Saturday in January. The person didn't want to go outside, which tells us that they were staying inside. We're in the neighborhood, and we're in the narrator's house. So now we have to think about how the setting, which is, this winter day, where the narrator doesn't want to leave the house, affects the plot being that the dog runs away. So how do those two parts of the story interact? Right now, you're going to go ahead and answer this question individually on your paper. How does setting influence the events of the story? This is just another word for how does setting shape the plot, so you guys should be experts at this by now. So go ahead and take 2 or 3 minutes to finish this on your own, and then when you're done, you can close your Chromebooks and we'll get ready to go for the day.